Hello everyone, my name is Zach. I am the Traveling Man and I come to you today from beautiful Sydney, Australia, where I've just boarded the Celebrity Edge for an 11-night voyage here in Australia up to the Great Barrier Reef. And I'm actually going to get to stay in the Retreat on board the Celebrity Edge. And I cannot wait to show you this beautiful country. I can't wait to show you this beautiful ship. It's going to be an incredible, incredible cruise. So come on if you're ready. Let's get this adventure down under started. And just like that, we are now on board Celebrity Edge. My second time on Celebrity Edge, but this is going to be the most exciting, and I'm about to show you why. Well, first of all, we're in Australia, and that's exciting in and of itself. But there's another reason why it's really exciting for me. All right, so let's go inside the room now. 10193. And y'all, I got upgraded. This is an Aqua Sky Suite. So a Sky Suite is part of the Retreat. It's one of the suites on board Celebrity. And the Aqua part of that, the Aqua Sky Suite, means that you also get the perks of like Aqua Class. You get access to the spa, you get access to Blue if you want to, just all sorts of different amenities. And so this is really exciting, and I am really excited to have this room. And look at this view. First of all, one of the great things about having a Sky Suite on, or any suite, on board an Edge class ship is you don't have the infinite veranda. I know a lot of folks don't like those, but here you do have a regular traditional balcony. So we'll step out here and take a look, and what a fantastic view. Folks, is there a better view for a cruise, the first day of a cruise, than Sydney, Australia? I mean, this is something else. I did do the move up program. The move up program, if you're not familiar, is Celebrity's bidding process essentially for upgrades. That's how they handle upgrades. So if you think you want a certain class of stateroom, if you want a suite or something like that, maybe you booked into a balcony. So in my case, I booked in an infinite veranda, a solo infinite veranda. And I booked this cruise back in 2021. And when I booked it, they still had the all included. And I think I paid like $1,900 total for an 11-day cruise in that infinite veranda. And that included drinks, Wi-Fi, gratuities, everything, because it was under that old all included, or always included is what they called it back then. And then I got the chance to bid, and I bid and was notified that I got an Aqua Sky Suite. So this means that I'm going to have full access to the Retreat, which is here on the Edge, the Retreat Sundeck, the Retreat Lounge, Luminae, and this is kind of like my do-over. This is like my second try, because if you remember, back in September of 2023, I actually sailed for the first time in the Retreat with Celebrity, and I did that on the Reflection, and I didn't have the best of experience. I didn't really care for that experience. There were a lot of things wrong with that. You can go back and watch those videos for specifics, but a lot of people were telling me like you have to sail on the Edge class in the Retreat to get that full Retreat experience. This is it. This is my chance. This is kind of like my do-over. And I said last time I did Retreat, it's not worth it unless you do it with the move up. And I'm really happy with the price that I paid. Like I said, I paid about $2,000 originally, and I didn't have to pay much more beyond that to get moved up to the Aqua Sky Suite. I feel really lucky. I feel really grateful, and I can't wait to show you what my Retreat experience is about. So we're in Australia for 11 days. We're gonna be on the Edge for 11 days. We're gonna go up to the Great Barrier Reef. We have several stops, several days at sea. So if you're not subscribed, go down below right now and hit that subscribe button and go on this adventure with me. But enough of me talking. Oh, one more thing to talk about. I did want to talk about embarkation really quickly. It's currently 11:16. I did get to the pier about 10:45 a.m. My check-in time was 12 p.m. I just got here early. So I got here at 10:45. They said, we're not ready yet. We'll be ready probably in the next 15 minutes. And at 11, they started sending folks up to check in. And I never stopped walking. Once I checked in, I went through security and right on the ship. I was one of the first few people on board the ship. So little pro tip for you: you can show up early. Wink, wink. Don't tell too many people though, because I don't want everybody. We don't want everybody here ahead of us, right? When us early arrivers. But sometimes you can. But just know that might not always be the case, and you might have to wait. So just be prepared. Either way. With that being said, 11:16. They had the sign on my door saying the room's not fully done yet. I'm gonna leave the room, go walk around the ship, and get some lunch at Luminae, because Luminae is open for lunch. And you know we're gonna maximize our opportunities to dine this cruise at Luminae. Y'all, I am so excited. I've been in Australia for a couple of days now. it's amazing. I can't wait to see more of it, and I'm so excited to be back on Celebrity Edge. It's been since January of 2022, so 2 full years since I've been on this ship. The Edge class ships are my favorite ships at sea, so this is going to be a fantastic cruise. So my first stop was to come check out the lounge. I actually had a couple, I should say the Retreat lounge. This lounge is exclusive to guests staying in the Retreat, and it's a pretty big lounge. It extends over that way too. We'll see it all throughout the course of the cruise, but yeah, I had an issue with the internet. Well, I thought I did, and I came up here to get that addressed because there are Retreat concierges in here, and they can help you with that stuff. But my problem wasn't as much of a problem as I thought, and once I got here, I actually fixed it on my own. So we're all connected. We're all ready to go. We're waiting for lunch. Thought I would take you on a quick tour of the Retreat Sundeck. You do need to present your key card there for it to open. Here we go. So you can head back that way to the bar and pool, and then the main portion of the sun deck is out this way. It's a beautiful day here in Sydney. It's about 75 degrees Fahrenheit. You see there's plenty of loungers, plenty of seating, a lot of space here, and I'm sure this will fill up quickly. Our first 2 days of this cruise are actually sea days, so I'm sure this will be crowded out here. But I wanted to walk all the way out here because look at that view, y'all. You see the Sydney Harbor Bridge. You can see the magic carpet there. It's so great to be back on the Edge. And of course, there's downtown Sydney. I don't think you can dock any closer in any major city than you can right here in Sydney. I mean, you are right downtown. You can see right down there is the terminal building. So if you called here like on a port day, you could just walk right into downtown and make your own adventure out of it, really. Or if you're staying downtown before your cruise, which is what I did, it's a short walk over. So I'm gonna walk right around here very quickly and show you just a little bit more of the sun deck. It's nice to do it now because there's no one out here. I don't like to film when folks are, you know, trying to relax and stuff. So we're almost there. This is a big deck. And like I said, it's all exclusive for guests of the Retreat. There's towels here, lotion. Oh, SPF is actually provided here. Sunscreen. They got SPF 30 and 50. Aloe vera gel. So that's nice. So towels, loungers. And the cool thing about the Retreat Sundeck, it's all the way at the forward of the ship. So you have amazing views out in front of you. There are well, there's one hot tub here, one right here, and then there is a pool here. Nice little loungers over there, a little swing like loungers hanging there, and there's a bar here as well. There's an outdoor shower too if you need a shower off for the pool. And that's pretty much it. It's just a lot of seating and just an exclusive area. And that's what's kind of cool about the Retreat on Celebrity. It's like that ship within a ship concept. It really does make you feel like you're taken to your own part of the ship where you can relax and just enjoy. And I'm really excited to experience it. And like I said, I did before on Reflection, but Reflection didn't have a sun deck. They didn't have a Retreat lounge. So this should be a totally different experience. So let's go get lunch at Luminae now. So now here on deck 12, and while a lot of the Retreat is on decks 14 and 16, 14, 15, 16, I should say, Luminae is actually here on deck 12, and that's a little bit different from some of the other ships where it's actually, I think, up there on those higher decks. But on Edge and Apex, I think Luminae is on deck 12. But yeah, I'm a few minutes early, so just hanging out here awkwardly, waiting for lunch to start. Starting off with the borscht soup. It sounded really good, and that was what was recommended by the server, so let's see how good it is. And then now we got the grilled bronzino as the main, and he did say he gave me a double portion because usually I guess they just give you one fillet, and that can be kind of small. So I did get 2 fillets, and just as delicious as the soup was, I'm in for a treat. So after a delicious lunch in Luminae, excellent service. The service is always just fantastic in Luminae. That's like one of the proven things time after time. Anytime I go to Luminae, the service is always incredible. The food is good. And y'all, I'm just really excited to be here. Really excited. I recently got an email from a viewer. I hope you're watching. You know who you are. That said I say really excited too much, and that's not professional. But y'all, I'm really excited, and sometimes I just like to vocalize that and tell you, because that's the feeling today. Being in Australia, being back on Celebrity Edge, being able to stay in the retreat, it's going to be perfect. I booked this trip, like I said, about 3 years ago, so I've been waiting a long time for this. Australia has always been on the bucket list, and it was really daunting, the thought of that 23 hours of flying it took for me to get down here from the east coast of the US to Australia. It's very daunting, but I know it's going to be worth it. So I encourage you, if you've ever wanted to come to Australia or anywhere in the world and you haven't done it yet, go book that trip right now, because this level of excitement that I'm feeling today, it's worth it, I promise. So I'm out here on the promenade doing my promenade walk, and if you watch my videos, you know what that means. It means we're officially on a cruise because we've done muster drill, and I actually did my muster drill early, right when I boarded the cruise earlier. I just forgot to tell you about it. So this is my promenade walk now, one of my favorite places on an Edge class ship, the promenade out here on deck 5, to tell you that we're officially on a cruise, and it's going to be a great adventure. I know it. Are y'all excited? So now on deck 5, taking a look down at the Martini Bar, which is already hopping down there. Folks enjoying the first day of the cruise. How cool is it to have an Edge class ship sailing in Australia, to have all this modern luxury, as I call these Edge class ships, take you all around such a beautiful country. Now, of course, all of the pastries and the cakes, it's like they got an exotic fruit cake here. They have a chocolate fudge cake. They have a raspberry chiffon cake. All sorts of tartlets. There's a pistachio eclair, passion cake. There's cupcakes and cookies down here. All of this is included, so you don't have to pay extra for any of these things. These are all included, and you can just come here and ask for them out here at Cafe Albacha. Okay, so we just walked out of Eden, which is right back through that door right there. I wanted to show you here on deck 5 aft. One of my favorite places is actually a smoking section back here, but I love to come back here not to smoke, just to enjoy the views. Always a good wake view, but today we're in port, so we just have this view. It'll have to suffice, I guess. But y'all, look at that. How stunning is this? It's a lovely, now 76 degrees Fahrenheit on a beautiful Sydney day in late February when I'm filming. It's February 25th of 2024. And just an incredible day. Lots of traffic there out on the Sydney Harbor. A lot of folks enjoying the beautiful Sunday. And before long, we'll be along that traffic. We'll be headed out Sydney Harbor. All right, so just back in the room now after our lunch and tiny little tour we did of decks 4 and 5. I did want to say that the room is completely finished now. When I was leaving earlier, the room attendant actually told me that he still had a couple of things to do, but now he's finished. So we can see they did bring a body pillow, which I requested, because they do send you a survey out. If you're staying in the retreat, you get about, I don't know, maybe about a month before, a few weeks before your cruise, they send you a survey asking like what type of pillows you want, how many pillows you want, things like that. And that was one of the things I requested. I also requested a blanket because I thought it would be nice for like lounging on the sofa or something. So they did leave those. Those are here. That's a huge pillow, by the way. I've never gotten one of those before, but it was an option. I thought, why not? You know, well, let's see how that works. They also brought correspondence, which I like to call it here. You can see all the paperwork over here. That's just telling me all the different events about dining at Luminae, about the retreat lounge and when that's open and everything like that. And then everyone in the retreat, anyone staying in a suite, also gets like a free bottle of champagne or sparkling wine. So they did leave that as well. So I thought I had done my muster station. I did it as soon as I got on the ship. But it says I only did step 1, and step 2 and step 3 still need to be done. And I've been getting alerted on my Celebrity app that I need to do my muster drill, which I thought I already did. So I'm going to go back down there now and do that. The time is currently 2:18. I've just been hanging out in the room. So we'll do a view check here. There you go. Been hanging out in the room, and 3 hours and 55 minutes. They got a countdown up there on me and everything. I got to go back to my muster station now and see what's up with that. So let's go. So now made it to the resort's pool deck, the main pool deck here on the ship. And it's beautiful out today. So a lot of folks already enjoying the pool deck. But I love how you can see Sydney way up high above the ship. That's really cool. Continuing on now, Matt's Grill here. You can get some burgers and fries on embarkation day, but I wanted to show you real quick, since we're on deck 14, one of my favorite places on these Edge series ships is the solarium. You see a lot of seating in here. Solarium is adults only, or I think it's I say adults only. I think it's like age 16 and above, but it's open pretty much all day long and into the evening. A pool and a hot tub in here, and plenty of these loungers with towels, and then of course the views that you have. My favorite part are these like 2-story windows that you have in here, floor to ceiling windows surrounding you, so you can get amazing panoramic views. You can see out there the magic carpet, the Sydney Harbour Bridge out behind that. What a fantastic day. Just discovered if you're inside of the Retreat Lounge, you can walk outside, and there is this seating area out here. We have a great view off the starboard side of the ship, and then there are steps right over there that'll lead you up to the Retreat Sundeck. So that's pretty cool. I never knew this existed out here. There's tables and chairs and plenty of space. All right, so just back in the room now. It's 4 o'clock. I just unpacked everything. Got my muster station done. I went down there and they were like, yeah, you already checked in. Don't know why the app's saying that. They said maybe sometimes that it just shows that incorrectly. At any rate, we are all checked in, so we are officially on a cruise, as I said earlier. The head butler did come by, and I know that there's been a rumor floating around recently that butlers have been reinstated for Sky Suites on board Celebrity. Because that was a big thing months ago. I did a video on that. That was also part of my experience on the Reflection, how there are no longer dedicated butlers to each of the Sky Suites. It's sort of been like downgraded, the service has. That's still the case. There are no butlers dedicated just to my Sky Suite. He said that my room attendant would be the person who takes care of me. But the head butler did come by. He just talked about all the things to do with the retreat, like what Luminae is, what the Sundeck is, the hours, just how everything works, basically, and then to let me know that my room steward would take care of me. So that's understood, all well and good, because that's stated now. The thing on Reflection was that I had booked it with the understanding, and because they promoted that I would have a butler, and then they took it away and didn't tell customers. But we're fine here, not having a butler. That's great. I don't need a butler, but yeah. Anyways, that's beside the point. So the head butler did come by, so that's good. It was nice to meet him, and now I'm unpacked. And like I said, it's almost 4 p.m. We're sailing away at 6:45. I just noticed. It says that in the daily program. So 6:45, and that's to maximize the sunset and the sunset photos and the sunset view. Because for everything I've heard, and a lot of people have been telling me, to sail away from Sydney is one not to be missed. So stick around because you're going to see that in this video. It's going to be coming up very soon. Also noticed something cool about the TV, and that's that it swivels not far. That's as far as it goes, but like you can be in the bed and still see the TV, right? So back here at the rooftop garden, on the back of deck 15 aft. And these are like live plants that they have covered. Not sure why they have these covered. They're like mesh nets over all of them, but it looks like all the live vegetation, which is one of the cool parts about the rooftop garden, is it's all live vegetation, but they're all covered. So not sure if there's some, insect or pest they're trying to keep out of their plants or what. That's very odd. Never seen that before. All right, so it's just before 7 p.m. and they just did sound the horn. So I think we're going to be leaving here pretty soon. They've dropped the ropes down there, and the sun is starting to set. I said earlier that I thought that maybe they were waiting a later sail away so that we could get, the sunset in there, but that's not the case. The captain actually said there's a Grand Prix or something happening today in the Sydney Harbor, and so the portmaster didn't give us but a 6:45 p.m. departure. we've now successfully sailed away from Sydney, and I took as many shots as I could. I stayed out there as long as I could because I feel like that's one of those like bucket lists, like once in a lifetime sail away opportunities. Who knows when I'll be back cruising in Australia again. So I wanted to get as much footage as I can. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think I got some really good clips. I was really proud. The sun was actually setting as we were sailing out, so it made for some very good videos. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's currently just after 8 o'clock. They do have comedy tonight at 9:30, and if you've watched my videos before, you know I love comedy, so I'm going to try to be there for that. So I need to run on up to Luminae now for dinner and then comedy. So it should be a fun evening here. Now it's time for dinner, so let's go check that out, and I'll check in with you when we're done with all that. Well, hello again. It's now 10 o'clock and I am beat. I think I'm still adjusting. I've only been in Australia now for 2 days, so I think I'm still adjusting to the time, and I'm really tired this evening at 10 o'clock. So I think I'm going to head to bed. Dinner was great in Luminae tonight. Service was very slow in there, though, when I went just shortly after 8:15. Very slow service. I don't know if it's because, you know, sail away was late and a lot of folks were going to Luminae maybe later. But the food was pretty good. I had the scallops as a starter. I'll throw in a clip here of that. That was pretty good. And then for my main, I had a delicious pumpkin lasagna. This was fantastic. It was just so creamy and good, and I really enjoyed that. So it was a great night at Luminae, and then I went down to comedy, and now I'm going to bed because I am very tired. But hey, this is just video 1 of many videos from here on board Celebrity Edge. So make sure you go down below, hit that thumbs up button for me if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel, because we have a lot more coverage to come from right here on board Celebrity Edge and right here in Australia. And I cannot wait. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.